So guys, you're going to define the intents and also the entities. Defining intents and entities is a crucial step in building a chatbot using Rasa, as it allows the chatbot to understand what the user is saying and respond accordingly. Actually, think about the intents as what do you want the chatbot to do, what kind of features. Like, you need to list down the features that you want that chatbot to do, and then you translate them into intents. So for instance, let me just give you an example with the intents that we have in our application. So when building a real estate agent bot as an example, you would likely want to include the following intents. So these are the few intents that we are going to be using. We'll have a greeting intent. The chatbot must have a greeting intent. Somebody greets the chatbot, we'll classify that conversation as a greeting. Another intent is find property, for when the user is looking for a specific property. Another intent is list properties, for when the user wants to list all the properties for sale. And also another intent is schedule visit, for when the user wants to schedule a visit to a property. Then another one is get agent info, for when the user wants to know more about the agent. Then lastly, we have goodbye, when the user wants to end the conversation. So guys, I want you to think about intents as how are you going to categorize the conversations. Then in addition to intents, you should also want to define entities, which are specific pieces of information that the chatbot needs to understand in order to complete a task. For the real estate agent bot, for example, we have the following entities. So we need to have property type, the location, the price range. I added just a few things, like a house can have a lot of things, not limited to the things I've listed here. So you can list a lot of things. So another thing is agent name. So in terms of the example I'm going to present and we're going to work on, we are going to work on these few entities and intents, because if you want to build something that has a lot of features, you need to have a lot of intents and also a lot of entities. Then once you have defined your intents and entities, you can use the Rasa NLU file to train the chatbot to understand and recognize them. This training process can involve providing the chatbot with examples of the intents and entities in form of text inputs, and then adjusting the model's parameters until it can actually recognize and extract intents and entities from new inputs. It is also important to note that the intents and entities can change over time. As I told you before, we have a few of them here, but if you want to increase more, let's say you want to increase more features and also you want to add more like details, you want your chatbot to be more detailed, you can add more intents and entities, right? So guys, this is all for defining the intents and entities. Let's go to the next tutorial that we are going to talk about building the dialogue flow. We need to understand how we are going to create some sort of a dialogue flow. Like, we need to understand how the bot will be replying to the users and how the users will be asking the bot. We are going to think about any kind of edge cases, that any possible kind of interaction that a user can talk to a property agent bot. All right, so guys, see you in the next video, and don't forget to subscribe and also like the video and press that notification bell button to get notifications from me anytime soon when I release any new video. So guys, see you in the next video.